Welcome to Greenland, where silence stretches farther than the horizon. In this frozen world, every new day,
every step is careful, because every ounce of strength may be needed before this long Arctic day is over. The wind carries invisible messages across the Arctic, and a polar bear can read them with astonishing precision.
In Greenland, survival rarely depends on conflict. More often, it depends on knowing exactly where you belong.
Every ridge reveals another chapter of Greenland's frozen wilderness, inviting the bear to continue its endless journey. From this quiet summit, Greenland feels endless, and somewhere beyond these ancient glaciers, a new adventure is waiting.
Every trail across the Arctic begins with a single footprint, but no one knows where the journey will truly end.
A polar bear trusts its sense of smell more than its eyes, reading invisible clues carried by the wind.
The wind carries invisible messages across Greenland, and every breath reveals something new to this experienced hunter.
These ancient glaciers have quietly watched the Arctic change for thousands of years. Every creature here follows its own path across one of Earth's last untouched wildernesses. The Arctic rewards those who know when to wait and when to move. Not every Arctic survivor walks on ice. Some thrive in the cold waters beyond the shore. The safest route is often the quietest one, guided only by instinct and experience.
Nature carved this frozen cathedral long before humans ever reached Greenland.
Even silence echoes differently inside Greenland's ancient glaciers. From this height, Greenland feels endless, stretching from glacier to sea without interruption. Every new trail leads deeper into one of the wildest landscapes left on Earth. In Greenland, the landscape is the true giant, and every living creature is simply part of its timeless story. An experienced hunter trusts the wind long before trusting its eyes. Even the smallest Arctic animals have learned to thrive beneath Greenland's towering glaciers. Not every encounter becomes a hunt. Sometimes, patience is the greatest strength of all. But some places in Greenland seem almost untouched by time itself. Every glacier has its own scent, its own history, and its own silent story. Far below, another world unfolds, where sea and ice meet beneath the Arctic sun. Every journey inland reveals another hidden corner of Greenland's frozen kingdom. Every Arctic species survives differently, yet all share the same remarkable wilderness. In Greenland, even the quietest moments can hold the greatest sense of wonder. Beyond every glacier lies another chapter of Greenland's extraordinary story, waiting to be discovered. From this height, Greenland stretches beyond imagination, revealing one frozen masterpiece after another. Even solid ice carries hidden clues for an experienced Arctic traveler. Only a few creatures ever witness the silent beauty hidden deep within Greenland's glaciers. Every wall of ancient ice holds centuries of Greenland's frozen history. Life in Greenland often appears quietly, blending perfectly into the endless wilderness.
Not every movement deserves pursuit. Wisdom often begins with restraint.
The Arctic coastline is a meeting place where ice, mountains, and sea have shaped one another for millennia. And beyond every ridge, Greenland offers another landscape unlike any other on Earth. Please. Every Arctic survivor has found its own way to live in this harsh yet beautiful land. The Arctic changes slowly, but every quiet moment leaves a lasting impression. Standing alone in this timeless landscape, the polar bear reminds us how extraordinary Greenland truly is. The Arctic offers no easy paths, only endless opportunities for those willing to keep moving. Even ancient ice carries subtle scents that reveal the changing Arctic environment. The Arctic often rewards quiet observers with unexpected moments of life.
Not every movement deserves attention. Experience teaches the hunter what truly matters. Some of Greenland's oldest secrets remain hidden within these ancient walls of ice. Every mark on the ice could tell the story of another traveler that passed this way. From the cliffs, the frozen coastline stretches endlessly toward the Arctic Ocean. The farther inland the bear travels, the quieter Greenland becomes. In Greenland, every species has discovered its own remarkable way to survive. Sometimes the greatest beauty of Greenland is found in the silence that remains after every encounter. Every step carries the bear deeper into Greenland's ancient frozen landscape. These frozen walls have stood here for centuries, silently recording the passage of time. Even Greenland's birds seem to respect the silence hidden within these ancient glaciers.
Sometimes, simply observing the world is the wisest choice an Arctic hunter can make.
Across Greenland, every creature follows its own journey through the frozen wilderness.
The Arctic reveals its wonders only to those willing to slow down and pay attention. The still waters reflect Greenland's beauty as perfectly as polished glass.
Every peaceful shoreline eventually leads to another hidden corner of Greenland. High above the Arctic cliffs, another master hunter watches the landscape from the sky.
The farther we travel into Greenland, the more this extraordinary wilderness reminds us how powerful silence can be.
Every new trail carries the bear deeper into Greenland's timeless wilderness.
The Arctic breeze carries stories from places still hidden beyond the horizon.
Even the smallest birds find shelter among Greenland's ancient glaciers.
The greatest hunters notice every movement, even when they choose not to react.
Across Greenland, every life has learned to survive in its own remarkable way. In Greenland, silence often returns as quickly as it disappears.
The calm Arctic waters mirror a landscape shaped over countless centuries. Every peaceful shoreline eventually gives way to another unforgettable view.
The Arctic sky belongs to hunters of many kinds, each perfectly adapted to this remarkable world. In this vast frozen kingdom, every quiet moment becomes part of a much greater story.
The farther the journey continues, the more Greenland reveals landscapes that few eyes will ever witness.
Even after countless miles, the Arctic still offers something new beyond every horizon.
Every Arctic survivor has learned to respect the silence of this frozen land. The greatest strength in Greenland is often knowing when not to move. From these ancient cliffs, Greenland's coastline stretches farther than the eye can follow. Every step inland uncovers another hidden piece of Greenland's remarkable wilderness. Different lives share this frozen world, each perfectly adapted to Greenland's demanding environment. Every quiet encounter leaves behind another memory in Greenland's endless wilderness. Standing here, it becomes clear that Greenland itself is the true giant of the Arctic. This is only the beginning of our journey across Greenland. Beyond the next horizon, even greater wonders are waiting.
A predator's greatest weapon is not its strength, but the extraordinary senses that reveal a world hidden from human eyes.
A polar bear can detect scent from astonishing distances, turning the wind into an invisible guide.
Even the frozen ground preserves tiny clues left behind long before our arrival. Across Greenland, every hunter is constantly watching, listening, and waiting. Sometimes the sharpest sense is knowing which distant movement deserves attention. Far beyond the shore, another Arctic hunter quietly slips beneath the icy water. Patience often reveals more than speed in Greenland's unforgiving wilderness.
The Arctic is filled with silent observers, each perfectly adapted to this frozen world.
Every sound, every scent, and every shadow becomes valuable information to a polar bear. The greatest weapon of Greenland's top predator is not its strength, but the remarkable senses that guide every decision. Every careful step allows the bear to gather new information from the frozen landscape.
Its nose detects scents impossible for human senses to notice.
Even the smallest movement across the valley never escapes the bear's attention. Knowing when not to chase can be just as important as knowing when to hunt. The Arctic rewards those who observe carefully, whether they live on land or water. Patience allows the Arctic to reveal details that hurried travelers never notice. Even the smallest birds find safe shelter within Greenland's frozen valleys. Surrounded by ancient ice, every sound and every scent becomes remarkably clear. Every Arctic species has evolved extraordinary senses, perfectly suited to this harsh environment. In Greenland, survival depends not only on strength, but on senses refined by countless generations. Every quiet step carries the bear closer to information hidden across the frozen landscape. When the Arctic falls completely silent, even the faintest sound becomes meaningful. Even a tiny bird crossing distant rocks can catch the attention of Greenland's greatest predator. Observation costs almost no energy, yet often provides the greatest reward. Ancient glaciers shape not only Greenland's landscape, but also the lives of every creature living here. A bear's extraordinary sense of smell reveals clues that remain completely invisible to us.
Sometimes the most important clue appears for only a single moment.
Patience allows the Arctic to reveal what hurried eyes often miss. Some hunters search the land, while others rule the skies above Greenland. Every successful decision begins with careful observation, and no Arctic predator understands that better than the polar bear. The Arctic rarely reveals its secrets to those who move too quickly.
A single breath can reveal far more than a long search across the ice.
Occasionally, Greenland's greatest hunters share the same landscape without crossing paths. Confidence allows the polar bear to remain calm, even in the presence of another powerful predator. The frozen landscape itself becomes a map for those who know how to read it. Every surface feels different beneath the sensitive paws of a polar bear. The Arctic rewards those who notice the smallest changes hidden across an endless landscape. In Greenland, silence itself becomes a source of valuable information. A skilled hunter observes everything, even when choosing not to react. Ancient glaciers create natural corridors where every sound travels with remarkable clarity. The frozen ground preserves invisible traces that only an extraordinary nose can detect. Not every sound in Greenland comes from the land. The calm water has its own quiet voices. Remaining still is often the best way to gather the most information. Every species experiences Greenland differently, guided by senses shaped through generations of survival. For a polar bear, every scent, every sound, and every distant movement becomes another piece of Greenland's hidden story. The farther the bear travels, the richer the frozen landscape becomes with invisible clues.
Its remarkable sense of smell builds a detailed map long before the journey continues.
Every Arctic predator relies on awareness long before speed. Sometimes the most important decision is choosing not to follow another hunter.
The towering ice walls reflect sound, helping the bear detect even the faintest echo.
Listening carefully can reveal distant movements hidden beyond the walls of ice. Even across calm water, tiny sounds can travel farther than expected. Remaining still often reveals more than wandering across endless ice. Some hunters rely on soaring wings, while others trust powerful senses close to the ground. In Greenland, extraordinary senses transform silence into a constant stream of information. The farther the bear travels, the more invisible details emerge from Greenland's frozen wilderness.
Each change in the wind adds another piece to the bear's invisible map of the Arctic. Even a tiny movement across distant rocks immediately captures the attention of a polar bear. Knowing what to ignore is one of the Arctic hunter's greatest skills.
Gliddens. Every sound echoes differently among Greenland's towering walls of ancient ice. Ancient ice can carry faint vibrations farther than most people would ever imagine. Sometimes a single ripple across the water is enough to change an Arctic hunter's attention.
Patience often reveals more than movement in Greenland's silent wilderness.
From the sky to the ice, Greenland is filled with hunters guided by extraordinary senses.
Every breath, every sound, and every distant movement helps the polar bear understand a world that humans can barely perceive.
Every step carries new information across the frozen wilderness, if you know how to read it. The wind tells a story long before the landscape reveals it. Across Greenland, every hunter depends on awareness before action.
A wise predator knows exactly when another animal is no longer worth following. Even the quietest corners of Greenland are filled with life for those willing to look closely. Every frozen surface preserves tiny traces, invisible to human eyes but unmistakable to the bear.
Says. Sometimes an opportunity appears for only a heartbeat before disappearing beneath the surface.
Patience is often the most powerful hunting skill of all. Across Greenland, every hunter relies on finely tuned senses shaped by generations of survival. In Greenland, survival belongs to those who can sense the invisible, and no animal does that better than the polar bear.
Here, Greenland's frozen coast becomes the meeting place between land, ice, and the vast Arctic Ocean.
Along the coast, every scent carries clues arriving from both the land and the sea. Every wave carries scents from places far beyond the visible horizon. Sometimes the ocean reveals its secrets for only a single heartbeat. Along Greenland's coast, every kilometer offers a new landscape shaped by ice and ocean. The sea breeze carries scents from distant shores long before they come into view. Arctic terns travel farther than almost any bird on Earth, connecting Greenland to distant continents. Not every visitor to Greenland stays long, but each leaves a story carried by the wind. The frozen coast is filled with distant neighbors that rarely come face to face. Sometimes the safest decision is simply to watch and wait. The winds along Greenland's cliffs create perfect highways for Arctic seabirds. The Arctic Ocean is always changing, yet its rhythm remains timeless. From the highest peaks to the frozen shoreline, Greenland is connected by extraordinary journeys. Every coastline in Greenland tells a story written by ice, sea, and the remarkable animals that call it home. The frozen coastline stretches for thousands of kilometers, revealing a new world beyond every ridge. The ocean breeze carries invisible messages from places far beyond the horizon.
Some of Greenland's coastal cliffs become seasonal homes for colorful seabirds.
Even the smallest bird becomes part of Greenland's vast coastal ecosystem. The frozen coastline often brings together Arctic predators without forcing them into conflict.
Patience conserves precious energy in one of Earth's most demanding environments.
Ocean winds rising along Greenland's cliffs support thousands of graceful seabirds every summer. Beyond the horizon lies an ocean that shapes every season of Greenland's wildlife. The Arctic tern travels farther than any other bird, returning each year to Greenland's remarkable coast. Where ice meets the sea, Greenland reveals one of the most extraordinary wildlife landscapes on our planet.
Every curve of Greenland's frozen coastline hides another untouched Arctic landscape.
The Arctic wind carries invisible stories from the sea to the land. Even intelligent birds patrol Greenland's coast in search of opportunity. The coast is shared by many keen observers, each searching for signs of life.
The frozen coast supports some of the Arctic's largest marine mammals.
Distance often keeps peace between Greenland's powerful animals. Greenland's coast is more diverse than many imagine, with rocky plateaus supporting life beyond the ice.
Every species has discovered its own place within Greenland's remarkable landscape.
Above the frozen coast, seabirds constantly patrol the meeting place of ice and ocean. Along Greenland's frozen coast, every journey reveals another chapter in one of Earth's greatest natural stories. Every section of Greenland's coast reveals a different face of the Arctic wilderness.
The sea breeze carries countless invisible clues across Greenland's frozen coast. Every hunter, whether on land or in the sky, depends on extraordinary awareness.
For a brief moment, one of the Arctic's most remarkable whales appears beneath Greenland's towering glaciers. Some of Greenland's greatest wildlife encounters last only a few seconds. Even along Greenland's coast, surprisingly rich Arctic life thrives beyond the glaciers. Every movement across the landscape becomes another clue in the Arctic wilderness.
Every migration across Greenland begins and ends with the timeless rhythm of the Arctic coast.
Where glaciers meet the sea, Greenland reminds us that silence can be every bit as powerful as sound. Every glacier along Greenland's coast has carved its own unique gateway to the Arctic Ocean.
Ocean winds carry countless invisible clues across Greenland's frozen coast.
The sheltered coves of Greenland provide peaceful resting places for hardy Arctic seabirds.
Every creature follows its own rhythm along Greenland's timeless coast. One of the Arctic's most mysterious whales appears for only a fleeting moment. The Arctic often rewards patience with moments that seem almost impossible to believe.
Even along the coast, Arctic predators constantly share the same vast wilderness.
Respecting distance allows Greenland's wildlife to thrive side by side. The Arctic sky remains just as alive as the frozen land below.
The frozen coast reminds us that Greenland's greatest wonders often appear quietly, then vanish just as quickly.
The coastline continues for thousands of kilometers, yet every section feels completely unique.
Invisible scents drifting inland can reveal distant wildlife long before it appears. Colorful sea ducks thrive in Greenland's sheltered coastal waters during the short Arctic summer.
The Arctic sky remains in constant motion, even when the frozen land appears perfectly still.
Here, where ancient glaciers meet the sea, Greenland continues to reveal wonders that few people will ever witness.
Our journey along Greenland's frozen coast is approaching its final breathtaking chapter.
Thousands of seabirds return each summer to Greenland's towering coastal cliffs. Every species contributes its own voice to Greenland's remarkable coastal ecosystem. Not every encounter ends with a chase. Sometimes the Arctic simply offers a peaceful moment. The greatest strength of a successful predator is often remarkable self-control. Across this immense wilderness, every hunter has learned to respect distance. The farther we look, the more Greenland reveals its extraordinary scale.
Few places on Earth combine such immense glaciers, pristine oceans, and untouched wilderness in a single view.
As the frozen coast fades into the horizon, Greenland leaves us with a lasting reminder that nature's greatest wonders often exist in silence.
Beneath Greenland's ancient glaciers lies a hidden world that has shaped this landscape for thousands of years.
Every glacier stores countless stories frozen deep within its ancient layers.
To the polar bear, these towering walls are simply another part of everyday life. Sometimes waiting reveals far more than chasing.
Even Greenland's top predators often share the same landscape without ever meeting.
Respecting distance is one of the unwritten rules of the Arctic.
Even the smallest birds find shelter among Greenland's towering glaciers.
Even ancient ice preserves invisible traces carried by the Arctic wind.
These silent giants of ice continue shaping Greenland, one season at a time.
The deeper we travel into Greenland's glaciers, the older the ice beneath our feet becomes. Compressed over thousands of years, ancient ice glows with an unforgettable blue light.
Even enormous glaciers provide peaceful resting places for marine mammals.
The greatest Arctic hunters understand the value of patience.
These immense corridors of ice were carved by nature over countless centuries. The surface feels frozen and solid, yet every glacier is slowly moving across the landscape. From high above, Greenland's glaciers resemble frozen rivers stretching to the horizon. Life surrounds the glaciers, from the highest skies to the frozen ground below. The Arctic's greatest hunters often share the same wilderness, without ever crossing paths. The silent giants of Greenland continue their ancient journey, shaping the Arctic one glacier at a time. Every layer beneath these glaciers preserves a chapter of Earth's frozen history. The remarkable blue color appears because ancient ice absorbs nearly every color except blue. The glaciers nourish an ecosystem where even brief appearances carry great importance. Patience often reveals far more than constant movement.
Some glacier caves survive for only a single season, before nature reshapes them forever.
Even ancient ice carries subtle scents brought by the Arctic wind.
Even the smallest Arctic birds find shelter beside some of Earth's largest glaciers. In Greenland, even the briefest movement never goes unnoticed.
The scale of Greenland's glaciers can only truly be appreciated from the highest viewpoints.
These ancient rivers of ice continue their silent journey, shaping Greenland one year at a time. Chapter 4, and to test, Giants Beneath the Ice. Every fracture inside the glacier records centuries of slow, unstoppable movement. Even a frozen wall can become a mirror beneath Greenland's crystal-clear light.
Not all of Greenland belongs to ice. Summer tundra supports resilient Arctic giants as well.
Every Greenland species has mastered survival in its own remarkable way. Even intelligent scavengers thrive beside Greenland's ancient glaciers.
The oldest giants in Greenland never hurry, yet they have transformed an entire continent through the passage of time.
The deeper we enter Greenland's frozen interior, the more ancient the landscape becomes. Every fracture inside the glacier records centuries of slow, unstoppable movement.
Some bowhead whales alive today may have begun their lives before modern photography existed. Even Greenland's largest marine mammals move with remarkable calm.
Nature occasionally creates frozen mirrors, unlike anything found elsewhere on Earth.
Even a frozen wall can become a mirror beneath Greenland's crystal-clear light.
Not all of Greenland belongs to ice. Summer tundra supports resilient Arctic giants as well.
Every Greenland species has mastered survival in its own remarkable way.
Even intelligent scavengers thrive beside Greenland's ancient glaciers. The oldest giants in Greenland never hurry, yet they have transformed an entire continent through the passage of time. Our journey through Greenland's frozen giants is reaching one final, breathtaking destination. Each layer of ancient ice preserves a silent record of Greenland's distant past. Floating ice becomes a peaceful refuge for many Arctic marine mammals.
In Greenland, survival often depends on knowing when to wait.
From here, the glaciers resemble frozen rivers stretching beyond the horizon.
Standing still often reveals details that movement would easily hide.
Highly intelligent ravens have shared Greenland's harsh environment with larger predators for countless generations.
Every creature reads the Arctic landscape in its own unique way. Very few places on Earth reveal the power of ice on such an astonishing scale. As another chapter ends, Greenland's ancient glaciers continue their timeless journey, silent, powerful, and endlessly awe-inspiring.
For a few precious weeks each year, Greenland awakens beneath the endless light of the Arctic summer.
The brief Arctic summer transforms the frozen land into a surprisingly vibrant ecosystem. Even the smallest Arctic flowers must complete their entire life cycle within a single short season. During summer, Greenland's tundra becomes a vital feeding ground for many Arctic animals. Every encounter in the Arctic reminds us that survival depends on balance rather than conflict. For a brief moment each year, Greenland reveals a softer side that few people ever have the chance to witness. Under 24 hours of daylight, Greenland's brief summer never truly seems to end. Summer scents spread quickly across the tundra, revealing life in every direction. The short Arctic summer provides musk oxen with a crucial opportunity to rebuild their strength. Even the Arctic's largest land animals prefer avoiding unnecessary conflict.
For only a few weeks, Greenland's rocky slopes burst into unexpected color. Even powerful predators pause to observe the changing Arctic landscape.
Tiny Arctic birds fill Greenland's summer silence with brief moments of life.
Every living creature shares the same brief Arctic summer in its own unique way. Every step across Greenland's summer tundra reveals life that exists for only a short season.
Even the smallest Arctic shrubs become an important part of Greenland's short-lived growing season.
The endless daylight gives Arctic foxes more time to search for food during summer.
Distance allows Greenland's predators to peacefully share the same remarkable landscape.
Greenland's colorful summer flowers bloom with astonishing speed before winter returns.
Every flower must complete its entire life cycle before the Arctic summer ends.
Greenland's fastest hunter rules the skies above the endless summer tundra. The Arctic sky is just as alive as the land beneath it. During summer, ptarmigans blend surprisingly well into Greenland's colorful tundra. In Greenland's brief summer, every species races against time in its own way. Greenland's summer is brief, but every day is filled with extraordinary life.
These tiny flowers bloom quickly, making the most of every hour of endless daylight.
Summer allows Greenland's reindeer to build the energy they will depend on throughout the long Arctic winter. Across Greenland's open tundra, distance keeps the peace between many species. The Arctic summer paints Greenland with colors few people expect to find so far north. From above, Greenland's short-lived summer appears surprisingly rich and full of life.
Migratory birds take full advantage of Greenland's endless daylight to raise their young. Every summer visitor must make the most of Greenland's precious weeks of abundance. Even the smallest Arctic mammals depend on the brief burst of summer growth. In Greenland's wilderness, awareness is often more valuable than speed.
For just a few remarkable weeks each year, Greenland becomes one of the most vibrant wilderness landscapes on the planet.
The endless daylight gives Greenland's wildlife precious extra hours to prepare for the coming winter.
Every scent carried across the tundra tells a story about the changing Arctic season.
The Arctic summer is the safest time for young musk oxen to grow stronger. Even powerful predators recognize moments that are best left undisturbed. These colorful slopes exist for only a brief chapter of Greenland's remarkable year. The Arctic sky remains bright for so long that time itself begins to feel different. Small Arctic ponds become important resting places during Greenland's short summer. Not every summer encounter happens with movement. Sometimes stillness tells the greater story. Every hour of Greenland's endless summer is filled with opportunities that disappear once winter returns. Even ancient rocks become miniature ecosystems during Greenland's short summer. For young reindeer, every summer day is essential for growing strong before the Arctic winter returns. Across Greenland, peaceful distance often keeps the wilderness in perfect balance. The Arctic summer reveals colors that few people ever expect this far north. Even Greenland's greatest predator occasionally pauses simply to observe the world around it. The songs of small birds become one of Greenland's most beautiful sounds during summer. The smallest voices often become the soundtrack of Greenland's endless daylight. From the highest skies to the quiet tundra below, every corner of Greenland comes alive during summer. In Greenland, even the quietest summer afternoon holds countless stories waiting to be discovered. As summer reaches its peak, every corner of Greenland is filled with remarkable signs of life. For just a few short weeks, Greenland's tundra becomes unexpectedly colorful. Even Greenland's greatest predators can peacefully share the same vast wilderness. Respecting distance is one of nature's oldest survival strategies.
Few places reveal Greenland's incredible scale as beautifully as its high mountain ridges. From here, Greenland appears almost endless beneath the Arctic sky. The long daylight allows even the smallest Arctic animals more time to forage safely. The Arctic rewards those who observe quietly instead of rushing forward. The Arctic sky remains alive with movement until the very end of summer. Every creature prepares in its own way for the changing Arctic seasons. The Arctic summer may be brief, but its beauty leaves an unforgettable impression. Moments of stillness often reveal the true spirit of Greenland's wilderness. This is Greenland at one of its most beautiful moments, a rare harmony of ice, stone, and life.
As another Arctic summer draws to a close, Greenland reminds us that nature's greatest wonders often reveal themselves through patience.
Summer reveals a completely different side of Greenland's legendary frozen coastline.
The Arctic breeze carries countless scents from Greenland's vast coastline.
Every retreating tide leaves behind fascinating clues about life beneath the Arctic Sea.
Summer transforms Greenland's coastline into a peaceful sanctuary for marine life.
Along Greenland's coast, patience often reveals the most extraordinary moments. Greenland's coast becomes even more spectacular under the endless light of Arctic summer. From these cliffs, the Arctic Ocean stretches toward one of the wildest horizons on Earth. After flying farther than almost any bird on Earth, the Arctic tern returns here every summer. Every returning seabird marks another precious Arctic summer along Greenland's coast.
In summer, Greenland's coastline reveals a breathtaking balance of ancient ice, vibrant land, and the endless Arctic Sea.
Greenland's rugged coastline becomes surprisingly vibrant during the brief Arctic summer. A single ocean breeze can carry information across many kilometers of Arctic wilderness.
The calm summer coastline provides ideal resting places for Greenland's largest seals.
Not every meeting between Arctic animals ends with pursuit. Many simply observe each other from afar.
The Arctic coast changes with every tide, revealing new details every single day. Some Arctic lichens grow so slowly that a single patch may be older than the bear itself. Few Arctic birds are as intelligent and adaptable as the ever-watchful raven. Sharp eyes are among the greatest survival tools in Greenland's coastal wilderness. Summer skies above Greenland's coast remain busy from sunrise until late into the evening. Every peaceful moment along Greenland's summer coast reminds us that even the wildest places can possess extraordinary tranquility. Every rocky peninsula along Greenland's coast offers a different view of the Arctic Ocean.
The scent of salt water and distant marine life drifts endlessly across Greenland's summer coast.
Ringed seals often spend peaceful summer hours resting along Greenland's sheltered bays.
Along Greenland's coastline, many encounters end with nothing more than silent observation. During summer, even Greenland's rugged coastline bursts into unexpected color.
Osters. These resilient flowers bloom quickly before Greenland's short growing season comes to an end.
The haunting calls of loons echo beautifully across Greenland's peaceful summer fjords.
The calmest Arctic moments are often accompanied by the sounds of distant birds. Thousands of seabirds depend on Greenland's coastal cliffs during the Arctic summer. As the endless Arctic day slowly softens, Greenland's coastline becomes even more breathtaking. Every kilometer of Greenland's coastline reveals a new landscape shaped by ancient glaciers. The Arctic wind carries messages from both the mountains and the sea. The brief Arctic summer gives foxes a valuable opportunity to hunt across Greenland's coastal tundra. The vastness of Greenland allows many predators to share the same landscape in peace.
Greenland's coastal cliffs become surprisingly colorful during the short Arctic summer.
Every Arctic flower must bloom quickly before the long winter eventually returns.
The colorful harlequin duck is perfectly adapted to Greenland's rugged coastal waters.
Life flourishes along Greenland's coastline, wherever land and sea meet.
From high above, Greenland's coastline stretches like an endless ribbon between mountains and sea.
As the Arctic sun lingers above the horizon, Greenland's coast reveals one final masterpiece of light and silence. The farther Greenland's coastline stretches, the more hidden wonders begin to appear. Even a gentle summer breeze carries countless stories from Greenland's immense coastline. Summer fills Greenland's coastal valleys with precious feeding grounds for grazing animals.
Greenland's vast landscapes allow many species to thrive without disturbing one another.
The brief Arctic summer paints Greenland's coastline with remarkable bursts of color. Even the smallest Arctic flowers flourish beneath Greenland's endless summer daylight.
The sheltered fjords provide ideal summer habitat for Greenland's sea ducks.
Every quiet observation reveals another piece of Greenland's coastal ecosystem. Greenland's summer skies remain alive with graceful seabirds until late in the Arctic evening. Along Greenland's magnificent coast, silence often tells the most unforgettable story. The farther we travel along Greenland's coast, the more hidden treasures begin to emerge. Fresh Arctic air carries the unmistakable scent of Greenland's coastal wilderness. Greenland's brief summer provides precious grazing grounds for the mighty musk ox.
Distance allows Greenland's largest land mammals to coexist in remarkable harmony.
For only a few short weeks, Greenland's rugged coast becomes unexpectedly colorful. Every flower along Greenland's coast races against time before the Arctic summer ends. Black guillemots are among the most familiar seabirds along Greenland's summer coast. The quiet rhythm of Greenland's coastline is written by both land and sea.
Strong ocean winds allow fulmars to soar effortlessly above Greenland's dramatic coastline.
As daylight lingers over Greenland's coast, every quiet moment becomes part of an unforgettable Arctic story. Even after thousands of years, Greenland's coastline continues to evolve with every passing season.
Every coastal breeze carries the scent of the Arctic Ocean deep into Greenland's wilderness. The abundance of summer plants gives Arctic hares a rare season of comfort before winter returns. The immense scale of Greenland allows countless species to live side by side in quiet balance. Few places combine colorful tundra and towering glaciers as beautifully as Greenland's coastal cliffs. These tiny flowers flourish during one of the shortest growing seasons on Earth.
The haunting calls of loons have echoed across Greenland's fjords for countless generations.
Sometimes the smallest movement across the water captures the attention of the Arctic's greatest predator. The scent of Greenland's Arctic Ocean travels surprisingly far across the summer landscape. Even in Greenland's remote wilderness, traces of human exploration remain rare and respectful. Summer transforms Greenland's rocky coastline into a surprisingly colorful wilderness. Every Arctic flower has only a short time to bloom before another long winter arrives. The quiet fjords shelter countless marine animals beneath their calm summer surface. Not every secret of Greenland's coast can be seen for more than a fleeting moment.
As summer reaches its peak, Greenland's coastline becomes one of Earth's greatest natural masterpieces.
From rugged coastlines to silent fjords, Greenland's summer leaves behind memories as timeless as the land itself.
During Greenland's endless summer days, the sun barely leaves the horizon, giving wildlife precious extra hours to thrive.
The never-ending daylight transforms even ordinary moments into something extraordinary.
The Arctic breeze carries countless scents from Greenland's vast coastline.
The endless daylight allows herbivores to feed almost around the clock.
Every retreating tide leaves behind fascinating clues about life beneath the Arctic Sea.
Summer transforms Greenland's coastline into a peaceful sanctuary for marine life.
Every species follows its own rhythm beneath Greenland's midnight sun. Few places on Earth experience light quite like Greenland's Arctic summer. Along Greenland's coast, patience often reveals the most extraordinary moments. Greenland's coast becomes even more spectacular under the endless light of Arctic summer. Even the smallest Arctic flowers make full use of the endless daylight.
Small Arctic animals remain active for many more hours beneath the midnight sun.
From these cliffs, the Arctic Ocean stretches toward one of the wildest horizons on Earth. After flying farther than almost any bird on Earth, the Arctic tern returns here every summer. Patience remains one of the Arctic's greatest survival strategies. The Arctic tern thrives during Greenland's endless season of light. Every returning seabird marks another precious Arctic summer along Greenland's coast.
In summer, Greenland's coastline reveals a breathtaking balance of ancient ice, vibrant land and the endless Arctic Sea.
Under Greenland's midnight sun, every hour becomes another opportunity for life to flourish. Even at midnight, Greenland's summer landscape remains bathed in golden light. Greenland's rugged coastline becomes surprisingly vibrant during the brief Arctic summer.
The Arctic never truly sleeps during Greenland's remarkable summer.
A single ocean breeze can carry information across many kilometers of Arctic wilderness.
The endless daylight gives young Arctic animals more time to explore and grow.
The calm summer coastline provides ideal resting places for Greenland's largest seals.
Every species follows its own quiet rhythm beneath the Arctic sky.
Not every meeting between Arctic animals ends with pursuit. Many simply observe each other from afar.
Under the midnight sun, Greenland's horizons seem almost endless. The Arctic coast changes with every tide, revealing new details every single day. Some Arctic lichens grow so slowly that a single patch may be older than the bear itself. Tiny Arctic plants make the most of every hour of precious summer light. Few Arctic birds are as intelligent and adaptable as the ever-watchful raven. Seabirds take full advantage of the endless daylight to search for food. Every movement across Greenland's coast becomes easier to notice in the endless daylight. Sharp eyes are among the greatest survival tools in Greenland's coastal wilderness. The Arctic's most powerful falcon thrives beneath Greenland's endless summer sky. Summer skies above Greenland's coast remain busy from sunrise until late into the evening. Every peaceful moment along Greenland's summer coast reminds us that even the wildest places can possess extraordinary tranquility. As the midnight sun circles the horizon, Greenland reminds us that nature follows its own extraordinary rhythm. Greenland's endless summer daylight transforms every landscape into a living masterpiece. Every rocky peninsula along Greenland's coast offers a different view of the Arctic Ocean. Even the quietest summer breeze carries life across Greenland's wilderness.
The scent of salt water and distant marine life drifts endlessly across Greenland's summer coast.
During summer, the Arctic fox exchanges its white winter coat for camouflage that blends perfectly with the tundra.
Ringed seals often spend peaceful summer hours resting along Greenland's sheltered bays.
The endless daylight reveals every movement across Greenland's open landscape. Along Greenland's coastline, many encounters end with nothing more than silent observation. Under the midnight sun, Greenland's coast glows with extraordinary warmth and color. During summer, even Greenland's rugged coastline bursts into unexpected color.
Oysters. These resilient flowers bloom quickly before Greenland's short growing season comes to an end.
Every Arctic flower must bloom quickly while the endless summer light lasts.
The haunting calls of loons echo beautifully across Greenland's peaceful summer fjords. The haunting call of the loon carries effortlessly across Greenland's quiet summer fjords.
The stillness of Greenland's summer nights allows every sound to travel farther. The calmest Arctic moments are often accompanied by the sounds of distant birds. Thousands of seabirds depend on Greenland's coastal cliffs during the Arctic summer. Even the smallest birds celebrate Greenland's season of endless daylight. As the endless Arctic day slowly softens, Greenland's coastline becomes even more breathtaking. The midnight sun reveals every color of Greenland's remarkable summer wilderness. Every kilometer of Greenland's coastline reveals a new landscape shaped by ancient glaciers. The Arctic wind carries messages from both the mountains and the sea. Even silence feels alive beneath Greenland's endless summer daylight. The brief Arctic summer gives foxes a valuable opportunity to hunt across Greenland's coastal tundra.
Summer transforms the rock ptarmigan from white to beautifully mottled brown, blending perfectly with Greenland's tundra.
The vastness of Greenland allows many predators to share the same landscape in peace. Every creature finds its own place beneath the Arctic's endless summer sky. The midnight sun paints Greenland's granite cliffs with extraordinary warmth and beauty.
Greenland's coastal cliffs become surprisingly colorful during the short Arctic summer.
Tiny Arctic flowers complete their entire life cycle during Greenland's short but brilliant summer.
Every Arctic flower must bloom quickly before the long winter eventually returns.
King eiders arrive in Greenland's coastal waters to make the most of the productive summer season.
The colorful harlequin duck is perfectly adapted to Greenland's rugged coastal waters. The Arctic's endless daylight keeps Greenland's wildlife active long after midnight.
Life flourishes along Greenland's coastline, wherever land and sea meet.
The graceful long-tailed jager is one of the Arctic's most elegant summer travelers.
From high above, Greenland's coastline stretches like an endless ribbon between mountains and sea.
With the sun still shining at midnight, Greenland's wilderness seems almost timeless.
As the Arctic sun lingers above the horizon, Greenland's coast reveals one final masterpiece of light and silence. The farther Greenland's coastline stretches, the more hidden wonders begin to appear.
The Arctic summer gives Greenland more hours of sunlight than almost anywhere else on Earth. And
even in the middle of the night, the Arctic landscape remains full of warmth and life. Even a gentle summer breeze carries countless stories from Greenland's immense coastline.
Even during summer, the snowy owl remains one of Greenland's most watchful hunters.
Summer fills Greenland's coastal valleys with precious feeding grounds for grazing animals.
Greenland's vast landscapes allow many species to thrive without disturbing one another.
Under the midnight sun, predator and prey alike remain active for far longer than usual.
Every high ridge offers another unforgettable view across Greenland's endless Arctic coast.
The brief Arctic summer paints Greenland's coastline with remarkable bursts of color. Tiny Arctic plants flourish quickly, while Greenland's endless summer light remains. Even the smallest Arctic flowers flourish beneath Greenland's endless summer daylight.
The sheltered fjords provide ideal summer habitat for Greenland's sea ducks.
Summer is an important season for young seals growing along Greenland's sheltered coast.
Every quiet observation reveals another piece of Greenland's coastal ecosystem. Not every encounter along Greenland's coast becomes a hunt. Sometimes observation is enough.
Greenland's summer skies remain alive with graceful seabirds until late in the Arctic evening.
From high above, Greenland's endless coastline unfolds like a living map beneath the midnight sun. Along Greenland's magnificent coast, silence often tells the most unforgettable story. As the sun circles endlessly above the horizon, Greenland's wilderness continues its timeless rhythm. The farther we travel along Greenland's coast, the more hidden treasures begin to emerge.
The endless daylight gives Greenland's wildlife precious extra hours to explore, feed, and thrive. Fresh Arctic air carries the unmistakable scent of Greenland's coastal wilderness. Even a gentle breeze carries countless stories across Greenland's vast summer landscape. Tiny lemmings may be small, but they are among the Arctic's most important animals. Greenland's brief summer provides precious grazing grounds for the mighty musk ox. Every species, no matter how small, helps shape Greenland's delicate Arctic ecosystem.
Distance allows Greenland's largest land mammals to coexist in remarkable harmony.
The midnight sun transforms Greenland's highest cliffs into breathtaking natural balconies. For only a few short weeks, Greenland's rugged coast becomes unexpectedly colorful.
Arctic wildflowers bloom with remarkable speed before the short growing season ends.
Every flower along Greenland's coast races against time before the Arctic summer ends.
Black guillemots are among the most familiar seabirds along Greenland's summer coast. Colorful seabirds bring unexpected flashes of life to Greenland's rugged coast.
The Arctic summer fills Greenland's coastline with remarkable moments of unexpected beauty.
The quiet rhythm of Greenland's coastline is written by both land and sea.
Strong ocean winds allow fulmars to soar effortlessly above Greenland's dramatic coastline.
Even the smallest migratory birds travel thousands of kilometers to reach Greenland's endless summer. As another endless Arctic day continues, Greenland's wilderness reminds us that nature measures time in its own extraordinary way.
As daylight lingers over Greenland's coast, every quiet moment becomes part of an unforgettable Arctic story.
The Arctic summer seems endless, allowing life to flourish beneath a sun that never truly sets.
Even after thousands of years, Greenland's coastline continues to evolve with every passing season.
The clean Arctic air carries the scent of flowers, stone, and the distant sea. Every coastal breeze carries the scent of the Arctic Ocean deep into Greenland's wilderness. Even Greenland's top predators often avoid one another across the vast Arctic wilderness. The abundance of summer plants gives Arctic hares a rare season of comfort before winter returns. The immense scale of Greenland allows countless species to live side by side in quiet balance.
In Greenland's immense wilderness, distance is often nature's greatest form of respect.
Few places combine colorful tundra and towering glaciers as beautifully as Greenland's coastal cliffs.
From Greenland's highest coastal ridges, the Arctic appears almost limitless.
These tiny flowers flourish during one of the shortest growing seasons on Earth.
The shortest Arctic summer produces remarkable beauty in the smallest places.
Ringed seals continue their daily routines beneath Greenland's endless daylight.
The haunting calls of loons have echoed across Greenland's fjords for countless generations.
Sometimes the smallest movement across the water captures the attention of the Arctic's greatest predator.
Patience is one of the greatest strengths of Greenland's most iconic predator.
Ravens have survived Greenland's harsh climate through remarkable intelligence and adaptability.
Even the world's fastest falcon finds ideal hunting grounds along Greenland's towering coastal cliffs. As another Arctic day slowly fades, Greenland's magnificent coastline reminds us that true wilderness still exists. As the midnight sun continues its endless journey, Greenland's wilderness remains as timeless as ever. The Arctic summer reaches its most beautiful expression beneath Greenland's endless daylight. Greenland's coastline stretches for thousands of kilometers, hiding extraordinary landscapes around every bend. The scent of Greenland's Arctic Ocean travels surprisingly far across the summer landscape. Even the Arctic's greatest predator finds moments of complete calm beneath the midnight sun. Even in Greenland's remote wilderness, traces of human exploration remain rare and respectful. For young reindeer, Greenland's brief summer is the most important season of the entire year.
Respectful distance allows wildlife and people to peacefully share Greenland's extraordinary landscapes.
Across Greenland's immense landscapes, peaceful encounters are more common than conflict.
Summer transforms Greenland's rocky coastline into a surprisingly colorful wilderness. From Greenland's highest coastal cliffs, the Arctic appears almost untouched by time.
Life flourishes even in the smallest corners of Greenland's rugged wilderness.
Every Arctic flower has only a short time to bloom before another long winter arrives. Even Greenland's quiet fjords are connected to the rich life of the Arctic Ocean. The quiet fjords shelter countless marine animals beneath their calm summer surface. The Arctic's greatest stories often unfold quietly, without a single sound.
Not every secret of Greenland's coast can be seen for more than a fleeting moment.
As summer reaches its peak, Greenland's coastline becomes one of Earth's greatest natural masterpieces.
The Arctic Tern's incredible migration reminds us how deeply connected Greenland is to the rest of the world. From rugged coastlines to silent fjords, Greenland's summer leaves behind memories as timeless as the land itself.
As Greenland's endless summer continues, every sunrise and every midnight glow become part of a wilderness unlike anywhere else on Earth.